Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Alex and I'm here to show you guys my custom class for Black Ops. It is called Tropas, which is basically the Cuban army which plays a big role in Call of Duty Black Ops. You play as them in multiplayer and you fight against them in the campaign. And they have certain weapons, certain techniques, certain perks, I guess, for a class. And I'm going to show you guys that class now. Now, when you fight them in Operation 40 in the campaign, which is the first mission, it's in 1961, so there isn't. It's earlier than 1968, which is at the end of the game. So they don't have that much techniques, not much high-tech equipment. They don't have like red dot sights, no flashbangs, none of that. The next weapon, which is primary for Tropas, or whatever it's called, it's Spanish, but whatever. It's the FNFAL, which is a Russian gun, or it could be Cuban. I don't know for sure, but the Cubans definitely use this during the campaign. The secondary gun for Tropas is the ASP, which is also a Cuban gun, which is only available in the campaign on Operation 40. It's not in any other mission. I'm pretty sure. I played the campaign about twice, but I'm pretty sure. And it's either Operation 40 gun or a Cuban gun because it's only in that mission. So yeah, that definitely fits in this category when you play as Tropas. Next is the Frag grenade, and definitely I would definitely not put Semtexes in here because they did not have Semtexes back then. And maybe definitely not Tomahawks, but frag grenades. That would definitely fit in this category because it was good for that time. They're not in jungles and they're not like Vietnamese, so they wouldn't use Tomahawks. They sound like in the future or at 68 when they had Semtexes. So we'll just put in frag grenades. That seems to suit this very well. Next is the Willy Pete. Now this would definitely fit in this category also, because the Willy Pete was also in this era, in this year. Like all the other guns, especially like the concussion or the flashbang, didn't come out until later on. I'm not sure about the other ones. Definitely not. Well, maybe Nova Gas would fit in here pretty well, but let's just put Willy Pete in because Willy Pete is really nice for this one. So FNFAL, ASP, Frag Grenade, and Willy Pete, definitely good for this category. Next is the C4. Now I'm not sure which equipment would best suit this, but definitely not the camera spike because they didn't have cameras. Well, they had cameras back then, but I don't know. Camera spike doesn't really fit that well. But C4 would definitely fit in this pretty well. I'm not sure about the other ones, but C4 does fit in for Tropas. So yeah. I was kind of debating on what perks I should choose, but I chose Scavenger for the primary, so you can get more ammo and more of other things. Under Scavenger, you can get more ammo, and it seems to suit the Cubans pretty well. Scavengers, well, either that or lightweight would definitely fit this class pretty well. So Scavenger or lightweight, it doesn't really matter, but yeah. The next one is Steady Aim. I definitely think this fits Tropas pretty well. The other orange perks are pretty well for that also, but I think Steady Aim is pretty nice, for this one. So Steady Aim definitely fits in this category. Last but not least, the green perk, or the third perk, is Marathon. Marathon fits this pretty well, so you can run fast. It's very realistic, not really stupid or not realistic at all. So yeah, that fits in for the Tropas category. Now let's go to Killstreaks. Now that we're done with everything else, let's see the Killstreaks. Now the counter spy plane would definitely fit in this pretty well. The Cubans tend to mash up or stop communications between their enemies. Either that or Spetsnaz, but I think this fits it pretty well. The counter spy plane, just sending a plane to block communication so you can sneak in and kill them, which definitely fits the Cuban category for the Tropas. Next is the Napalm Strike. I think this one fits it pretty well because you're in a jet Not you're in a jet. The guy that's flying the jet is in the jet, obviously, and he drops down flame, those little missiles for flames or whatever they are. So, and then they burn everyone. So that's the Napalm Strike is very realistic for this time period because it's just Napalm Strike. It's not like a Blackbird or something else that doesn't that much suits that time period. So Napalm Strike definitely. Mortar Team is the last one. I think this one fits it pretty well because you're a Cuban, and Mortar Teams, it's pretty well. They had mortars since World War One, pretty sure World War Two, and it fits this time period pretty well. The Mortar Team. Yep. And that concludes my custom class called Tropas, which is for the Cuban Army when you play multiplayer as Tropas against Op 40. So it's a good class. If you guys have any suggestions, any comments, just comment below. I'm free to answer any questions or anything you guys want to know. If you guys would like to use this multiplayer, it's pretty nice, but I wouldn't recommend it. This is just for show, just for fun. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Yeah, I might post more videos up later on about other classes, but yeah, well, this is about it. See you guys.